we can really bring it on home because they haven't seen the things that we're able to see. Read.
And have not seen
We
them.
have not seen them. Y'all realize this? Read.
And to hear those things which ye hear.
Hear the things that you hear. Read.
And have not heard them.
And have not heard them. You understand? This is the highest calling you can be called into. Go ahead.
Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower.
So hear the understanding of the parable, the riddle of the sower. Read.
When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one.
Yeah. Someone listening, you teaching someone, and they don't really they not getting it, then here come the wicked one. Like Esau might come up, read.
And catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Or someone that's been Edomanized, or someone that's been programmed by the religious structure to the Negroes, of how you turn to your neighbor and say this, and they're going to say the same thing. They come up and they say the same thing they heard over and over and over in the churches. Like the dude I was in Hollywood, and I'm showing the brother, or the brothers, how Caesar Borgia is wicked. Also, that picture that they painted of the so-called, this cat right here, that cat right there, you know what I mean? Caesar Borgia right there, in the Bible, that y'all prayed him all in the Bibles and so forth. That's not true. He was a man of color, of Mashiach Yahushua, and showing them the 13 apostles in that Last Supper picture, and he telling me I'm teaching hate. I'm teaching hate behind showing my people that this is wrong. Going to scripture, proving and all that. Showing them that there's only 5 people in that picture, right?
Yeah.
When I'm teaching hate. You understand that? That's like, you understand the reverse racism or prejudice that creates. That's like, we're telling the truth. So the truth, they're used to doing what? Telling what? Lies. So yes, it's hate against what? Their lies. You hating their lies. That's the only way you can look at it, because it's not true. They cannot stand before us and prove that this is true. When I'm showing them there's only 5 people in that Last Supper picture. Point blank. That's the truth. So now, they saying I'm teaching hate. You figure.
Exactly.
And that's our people. They come up and they stand right with them. More so than anyone. You understand? They're not going to stand there and say, they're not going to stand there and prove that the so-called white man is the most high. And the Mashiach Yahushua was a so-called white man. And the apostle was so-called white man. The prophet was so-called white man. But they all in this Bible. I can pull out the Bible to show them this is what y'all did. Ain't nobody changed it. Nobody come across and say, hey, look, we lied.
Right.
We lied. This is a lie. Like I'm showing you, this is a lie. Point blank, are we dealing with what? The truth. Where they at that's doing that? They don't exist. You see? Go ahead. Here they kick on the wicked one and catches away that which was sown in their heart. They done heard all this truth. Here come the wicked one. Oh, you won't listen to that. You know, God loves everybody. But God so loved the world, he gave his only God son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. One scripture, John 3:16, they lock into that. Oh, that's something I heard. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, hallelujah. They start going, they start jamming with that. Taking them away. Taking what they don't learn, and they're the Israelite, now they back to being what? A Gentile. Read.
This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed...
Now read verse 19.
Verse 19. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart.
Yeah, every time you look around, we teaching our people, who comes up? You got something to say. Esau, the wicked one. Or one of our people that's been programmed with religion, which comes from a Latin word, religio, which means to hold back, keep down, and restrain you from what? The truth. The laws of the Most High. That's the truth. Because they say you ain't under the law. So they get upset when you say that you're under the law. Because they've been programmed. Their brain's been polluted in darkness, gross darkness at that, to believe a lie. That's why it tells you in Jeremiah 16:19, our people that are Gentiles, because they call themselves what? Gentiles. They don't call themselves Israelites, don't call themselves the Jews. They believe that their fathers have inherited lies, vanities, and things which there is no profit. That's why the Most High said, let the multitude perish then, that was born in vain, to let my grape and my plant be kept. With great labor have he labored to make it perfect. It's only a few of us, y'all. So it ain't a whole lot that I really could look at for bringing in a multitude of people, because that multitude of people that we're looking at is not going to make it. He said we'll take one of a city and two of a family. Who's to say it's us or somebody that lived before us? Because you can't guarantee that you're going to do it to the end. You don't know what you're going to happen to you in the future. You see what I'm saying? You can only try. Hopefully, Most High will that we endure to the end in the truth and not any other way. Go ahead.
This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it.
Yeah, hear the word, we're teaching them the word, they all happy. They be glad, wow, man, I'm an Israelite. Wow, my second only died for me, for the Israelites. Wow, I got to repent, come back to the Most High, follow his laws, statutes, commandments, and have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. They'll be all joyful, right? Read. Knowing the kingdom is for us. We got next, come on.
Verse 21, yet have he not root in himself.
Yeah, but he don't really have a root. The root is a Mashiach Yahushua. He ain't got that foundation laid out, read.
But dureth for a while.
Yeah, like I say, that's why you hear me saying the truth is a revolving door. They endure for a while, read, because we got to assemble ourselves. We got to gather ourselves together. They endure for a while, read.
For when tribulation or persecution arises.
Yeah, when tribulation catch a lot of little hell or persecution come about, read.
Because of the word.
Because of the word, read.
By and by, he is offended.
Yeah, next thing you know, he offended. He offended, You have to check him. By the word, which is the word of the Most High. He offended. You ain't offended with man. You offended with the Most High because he the one that had these words written. You see what I'm saying? They offended. So next thing you know, poof, by and by, poof, they offended. Read.
Verse 22. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world.
Yeah, they hear the word and all the things that the world offers them. Come on out here and and get this money. Gotta look at you don't have no time no more because all you do is work. So you work on the Sabbath. You do whatever they tell you to do, and you ain't trying to get a letter to present to your employer to let them know you can't work on the Sabbath.
Come on.
You gotta have your beard. Nah, you shave your beard off because they say you can't have a beard, but you can have a beard if the Jewish people ain't doing that. You understand? They're not going by the rules and regulations of all these companies and so forth. So how is that you have to? When the Most High said the law, and I think in America saying God we trust, right? So the law of the Most High says this, so why don't you take the time to be able to, because we have those letters and so forth. And men have presented them, and women have presented them, and they off on the Sabbath. They're not violating the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Even women. I mean, come on. You gotta wear pants. No, we gonna wear dresses. Maid dresses. Maid skirts. To keep the law. Come on. So they don't have to come up with no case against them. But see, our people scared. You scared. You afraid. Most I don't give the spirit of fear, people, but only of power. And that's spiritual power, and of a sound mind. Straight up, hear the word of the Most High. Read.
He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word.
Hear the word. Read.
And the care of this world.
Care of this world. Trying to go out there and get all the money you can. Read.
And the deceitfulness of riches.
The deceitfulness of riches. Because you try and get riches, and you got to deal with deceitful people, the devil, and you become deceitful. Along with your riches. Read.
Choke the word.
Choke the word. You can't follow the word no more because too much deceit, too much evil, too many lies you got to deal with. Read.
And he becometh unfruitful.
Becometh unfruitful. Good for nothing. Vain. Part of that multitude that was made to perish. Read.
But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
That's right, man. That's the one that's have the true foundation of a Mashiach Yahushua. They hear the word and they understand it. That's the main thing, is understanding it. And it's like a lot of you don't have understanding because you don't see a Mashiach Yahushua in the volume of the book. Get that in Luke 24 and 44, then read verse 45.
Okay.
That's why I express certain things. You might say, "Oh, I heard that before," but can you show me him in the volume of the book? If not, then maybe this applies to you. You need to hear this. Read.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 24, verse 44.
Come on.
And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
So that's the fulfillment that the Mashiach came to fulfill. So he said, all these things that's written in the Old Testament, in the law of Moses, and the prophets, and the Psalms concerning himself. So once he showed them himself in the Old Testament, now what he say?
Verse 45. Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures.
Yeah, but we know that they didn't totally understand the scripture, because we just read in Acts, the first chapter, the 6th verse, that they actually was going to restore the kingdom to Israel.
Okay.
Right? So they didn't totally understand the scripture, but he said, then open he their understanding that they might understand the scripture. So now we see him, at least I see him, in the volume of the book. So we get an understanding of the scriptures. St. John 15 and 3.
The book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
See, now you clean to the word that the Mashiach spoke to us. Psalms 119 and 9.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?
So how you going to clean up our people from the way that they operating in breaking the laws of the Most High? Read.
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
By taking heed thereto according to the word of the Most High. This Bible. All of it. Okay, go back to Matthew 13. Let's start at verse 24. So when you understand, you're going to bear much fruit. You can bring forth 160 or 30 fold. Go ahead.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 13, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field.
So the kingdom of heaven, this is over and over again, the kingdom of heaven is like a man that sowed good seed in his field. The good seed is the children of Israel. But it's given a parable. It's a riddle. You're going to find out. You're going to get an understanding of this. He sowed good seed into his field. Right? Go ahead.
But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
So you're going to get an understanding, but this is what's happening. When men slept, they're in darkness, ignorance, not knowing, not aware of it, here come the enemy. Remember Deuteronomy 28 and 68 says, the Most High shall send you into Egypt when you captivity, slave, and bondage again with ships. By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when we go on these ships, ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No man shall redeem us from the condition that the Most High put us in. But we're going to be sold to our enemies. So when an enemy come in and sleep with our women, that's what it's talking about. The so-called white man came in and slept with our women from slavery all the way to the time of the 60s when they start bringing in this welfare, kicking the man out the house and coming in there sleeping with our women, bringing forth these tares, his children. You understand? Because the child is of the lineage of the father. You see? This what happened. None of them, any other nation. Remember, Most High told us we ain't supposed to be getting with these other nations because they're going to turn your mind away from following him. So those that are of him, they're not going to see this truth. They ain't going to understand it because they're dealing with what? Idolatry, naturally from birth, from in the womb. Coming from who? Someone that's dealing with idolatry. Ain't no corrupt seed going to bring forth righteous seeds.
Come on.
Nah. They're going to bring forth corrupt seeds. Go ahead.
Verse 26. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, Then appeared the tares also.
Yeah, so here come these tares, these children of our enemies that slept with our women and brought forth these children that are of him, of the enemy. You see? They come and they growing up, here they come amongst us. Read.
So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares?
Right, so he said he sowed good seed in your field. Remember, he sowed good seed in your field. But remember why they slept? Here come the enemy and start sleeping with our women. So how is it that these children are coming up, these tares, it's just like weeds, you know what I mean? But they look just like the other wheat. You see what I'm saying? They come in, they really look like us. They're amongst us. They look like us, but they're not us. Because remember, they're the seed of the enemy. The children are the kids of the enemy. I might say. Because we're the children of Israel, but the kids are the enemy. You see what I'm saying? Growing up amongst us. So they say, hey man, then you plant good seeds, which is the children of Israel, but these tares come up and they're amongst us, looking like us. Read.
He said unto them, an enemy hath done this.
The enemy has done this. So let me talk about Mashiach Abishai don't give the clear understanding of our enemy, because he said, the enemy have done this. Read.
The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
So he said, hey, you want us to go and gather these tares up from among the wheat? You know, these tares, the enemy's children or enemy's kids from among the children of Israel. Read.
But he said, nay.
No. He said, Mashiach Abishai said, no. Read.
Lest while ye gather up the tares,
that you gather up these ones you think are tares. Read.
Ye root up also the wheat with them.
Yeah, you root off the ones that are truly Israelites with them. You know, I let you know that sometimes you can't tell. So you might, just like us, you know, he said, don't mess with one of them little ones.
Okay.
Because you might as well tie a loose around your neck in a great millstone and cast it into the sea. So you messing with could be one of the little ones. You don't know which one is which. That's what he's telling you. You can't really tell just by appearance, you know. Go ahead.
Verse 30. Let both grow together until the harvest.
Let both grow together until the harvest, till the angels are going to come. And the end of the world is coming. That's why he coming with 200 million angels. They're going to take care of this first. Read.
And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers.
Who are the angels? He's going to say to the time of harvest. That's when he come back to judge and make war. He's going to say to the angels. Read.
Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them.
Let you know, you can get together with all these nations if you want to, but Mashiach Yahushua let you know, he's going to give you the understanding of it too. He's going to tell the angels to bind up all these tares, because he know who are the tares. He's going to say, bind them up in a bundle and do what?
To burn them.
To burn them, read.
But gather the wheat into my barn.
Gather the wheat, the sheep into his barn. Go ahead.
Verse 31. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field.
Now, mustard seed can fit underneath the smallest fingernail. It's really, really tiny. It's smaller than the grain of rice. It's really, really tiny. Go ahead.
Which indeed is the least of all seeds.
That's what let you know. It's very, very small. Go ahead.
But when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs.
You that? When it's grown, it grow to a thick tree. It's the greatest among herbs, read.
And becometh a tree.
Uh-huh.
So that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof.
Big giant tree. Go ahead, from that little bitty seed. Go ahead.
Another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took.
Hold up, let me say it. Let me go back to that mustard seed. That small little, it's going to take a small number. It's going to grow into a great multitude of people. You understand?
Sure.
That's what he said. We're going to grow into a great multitude of people from a small number. Remember, you can take one of a city, two of a family. It's going to be great. It's growing great. This is the kingdom of heaven. Read.
Verse 33. Another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. All these things spake Hamashiach Yahushua unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them. that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world.
Right. See, he going way back to David. Read get Psalm 78 and 2.
The book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 2. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old.
Yeah. That's all. Go ahead. Back to Matthew 13. That's what it's giving you the understanding of. That's all they had to go by. Was the law and the prophets. He giving an understanding of it. Read.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 13, verse 36.
Come.
Then Hamashiach Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field.
Wait a minute. Of all the things he done gave us, he done gave us many different parables of what? The kingdom of heaven.
Come on.
Here come the disciples. They want to know about this one. Right? First and foremost. What they asked?
Declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field.
Yeah. Declare to us the understanding of the tares of the field. The tares of the world. Because the field is the world. Read.
Verse 37. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man.
So he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. Okay? Go ahead.
The field is the world.
The field is the world. Come on.
The good seed are the children of the kingdom,
which are the 12 tribes of Israel. 1/3, mind you, read.
But the tares are the children of the wicked one.
And last I read, Job 9:24 says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Come on now. Throughout the Bibles and all that. You know what I mean? Until this day. Come on. The what? The enemy is what?
But the tares are the children of the wicked one.
See, the tares are the children of the wicked one. Go ahead. Because you know that the children are from the man. The man came and laid with the women. So the children are the children of the wicked one. Read. They're his children. Read.
The enemy that sold them is the devil.
No, come on. The spirit of the devil ain't coming down here laying with no women to give and have children.
Come on.
The spirit that what does devil mean? Deceitful and evil person. The enemy that sold him is the devil. Read.
The harvest is the end of the world.
So the harvest is the end of the world. You understand? The harvest is the end of the world. That's when the Mashiach come back to judge and make war and bring forth the children of Israel on his right hand side, and the children of the goats on the left side. You understand? And these tares gonna be done away with first and foremost. So let you know that if your daddy is the enemy that he's speaking of, then he say he gonna gather them and burn them up. How you gonna come back? Ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no nation gonna be laying with our women and bringing forth children in the kingdom. It ain't gonna happen. That's why when he come back, he gonna separate all the nations. Tell you that in Matthew 25:31 down. He gonna separate all the nations one from another, as a shepherd divided the sheep from the goats. He gonna set the sheep on his right hand, the goats on the left. He gonna tell the sheep, come on from the foundation, come on into the kingdom of heaven that's been prepared for you from the foundation of the world. But the goats and those that are his children and those that are following his ways, he gonna say, hey, you're gonna be cast into everlasting fire. You understand? It's made for the devil and his angels. That's what they say. The devil laid with our women and brought forth these tares. Point blank. Who's the Mashiach Yahushua calling the devil? The enemy of Israel. Right? Verse 39 again. Understand this.
The enemy that sold them is the devil.
The enemy that sold them is the devil. You hear that? Is the devil. So y'all talking about who the devil. The enemy that sold them, Mashiach called them what?
The devil.
The devil. Read.
Verse 39. The harvest is the end of the world.
The harvest is the end of the world. That's why I get Revelation 14. And 15.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 15.
Right.
And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap.
It's a harvest, read.
For the time is come for thee to reap. For the harvest of the earth is ripe.
That's right, man. The harvest, the children of Israel are ready. We're ready for the kingdom. So everything is waiting upon us. We're waiting for the Mashiach Yahushua to come back and judge and make war. But he said we're ripe. That time when we're ripe, we're ready. He's coming. Read.
Verse 16. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped.
Right. He's going to gather the children of Israel together. Go back to where you was at in Matthew 13.
The book of St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 39. The enemy that sowed them is the devil.
See, the enemy that sowed these tares, that brought forth his own children, that laid with our women, is the devil. Read.
The harvest is the end of the world.
The harvest is the end of the world. Read.
And the reapers are the angels.
So the reapers that he said are the angels. That's going to gather them all together. Go ahead.
As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world.
Come on, he says, so shall it be in the end of this world. That's what we're looking at now. So how is it he going to burn, he going to gather them together, all them that's Esau's, their granddaddy or great-granddaddy, whatever, father or whatever, he going to gather them together and burn them up. That's the first thing how the angels do. Go ahead.
The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity.
He gonna gather, the angels gonna gather all. Come on, what you want to mean? The angel tell you that in Revelation 9:16. So they gonna gather everything that offend and that break his law, statutes, commandments. You think it's not important, read?
And shall cast them into a furnace of fire.
Yeah, so that's what you set up for. To be what?
And them, Salakia, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire.
So anybody that's telling you ain't got to follow the Most High's rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments, what they going to do?
And shall cast them into a furnace of
They're
fire.
going to be cast into a furnace of fire. They're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Read.
There shall be wailing and gnashing of
They'll
teeth.
be wailing and gnashing of teeth, man. Go ahead.
Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father.
That's right. Then shall the righteous shine forth, man, in the kingdom of our Father. Go ahead.
Who have ears to hear, let them hear.
Say, who have ears to hear, let them hear. He just said the enemy. He said the enemy, and he said what? What do he call the enemy?
The devil.
Right. You understand? He still ain't giving you clear indication of what he's saying, but I'm giving it to you. Read.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field.
See that? The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hid in a field. It's something that's hid in the field, which when a man have found, when he find this truth, find out how important this is, nothing more important, nothing more powerful than the truth, he hideth. And for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he have and buyeth that field. That's what it's about. Everything you have don't mean nothing compared to the kingdom of heaven.
Come on.
Well, this is what it's about. Everything you have should be geared to make it to the kingdom of heaven. Because everything you see here it's gonna be burned up. Right along with the lake of fire that's gonna burn forever and ever and ever. Ain't nobody gonna live here no more. So whatever you have is just temporary. Read.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls.
Also, whatever you have, it don't matter. Be willing to sell it for the work. That's what he's saying. Read.
Who?
Verse 45.
Verse 45. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought
See
it.
that? Kingdom of heaven is like, hey, you looking for a pearl. And when you find that pearl, sell all that he have and buy that pearl. Whatever it takes to make it to the kingdom of heaven. Let you know, hey, your monetary, all the things you dealing with, all the things material things that you think you gotta have, and you gotta be up way up here, this way, that way. Nah. Whatever you have, he said you can sell it and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do to make it to the kingdom of heaven. Don't be harboring things that you think you can't. Anything is dispensable. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying, Reed.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind.
So it's like a net. You got a net, you throw it out into the sea, you can gather every kind of fish that's in there. He give you an analysis, right? But it's still a parable. You throw a net out there, you gather everything into this net. All these fish, all different types of fish into the net. It's going to be all type of people, read.
Which, when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
There it is. So going to gather the good in the vessels and cast the bad away. What's good? The Most High is good. What else is good? Romans 7 and 12. I mean,
the book of Romans chapter 7, verse 12.
right.
Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good.
Right. So the commandment, the laws of the Most High is good. So they're going to take all those that's keeping the commandments of the Most High. We just read in Revelations 22 and 14. That's the good.
Huh.
The ones that's doing good is keeping the commandments of the Most High. You know? And the bad are those that say we don't have to follow the commandments. We ain't got to do what he say do. Go ahead.
Verse 48. Which, when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Yeah, cast the good, gather the good in the vessels, see, and cast the bad away. Got rid of the bad. Gonna be thrown in the lake of fire, read.
So shall it be at the end of the world.
That's what we at, y'all. We at the end of the world now. What'd he say?
So shall it be at the end of the world.
Just how it's gonna be at the end of the world, read.
The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just.
You're gonna separate the wicked from the just. That's why when you get Matthew 25:31. So you understand exactly what he said. He said, Most High speak once, and Master God shall speak once, yet man perceives it not.
The book of St. Matthew chapter 25 verse 31.
I quoted it, but let's look at what he said.
When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him,
Just read about it. Go ahead.
then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
And shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, read.
And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats.
So ain't gonna be no great melting pot when he come back. He's gonna set all nations among themselves. He's gonna separate the nations. All of them gonna be gathered to him. And he's going to separate them, not integrate them, but separate them one from another. He's going to separate each nation one from another as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Read.
And he shall set the sheep on his right
So
hand,
the sheep going to be on his right hand, read.
but the goats on the left.
But the goats on the left. Read.
Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
See? He's going to say, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. See? That's the children of Israel. So who the sheep? Look what he said in Matthew 15:24. First and foremost.
The book of St. Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
There it is. He said he's only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Point blank. I mean, you don't take a rocket science to figure that out. Get Jeremiah 50 and 6.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 6. My people have been lost sheep.
There it is. You put the sheep on the right hand, so his people have been lost sheep. Who's his people? Verse 17.
Verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep.
So Israel is the scattered sheep. Israel is the sheep that he's going to put on his right hand. You understand? That read that again in verse Matthew 25
31.
and 33.
The book of St. Matthew chapter 25 verse 33.
Right.
And he shall set the sheep on his right hand,
He'll set the sheep on his right hand. Read.
but the goats on the left.
But the goats on the left. Go ahead.
Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand,
What are you going to say to the sheep, the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel? Read.
Come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
All right, so let's get a scripture on that. Get 2 Ezra 7 and 10 and 11.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7, verse 10. And I said, it is so, Yahweh. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
So the topic here is Israel's portion, read.
Because for their sakes,
For Israel's sake, read.
I made the world.
I made the world. You hear that? Read.
And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done.
Right. See, when Adam transgressed the laws of the Most High, then we began to all be born into a world of us eating of the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Come.
You understand? That's why the kingdom was about eating of what? The tree of life. That's prepared for us to live forever and ever and ever. Being righteous. Doing what he say do. You
Come.
understand? We don't need to know what evil is anymore. You're going to get rid of that. See what I'm saying? We're going to be all righteous in the kingdom. That's what this is prepared. That's what we're preparing ourselves for. Okay, go back to where we were at. Also, go to 2 Ezra 6 and verse 57.
Come. The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 57. And now, O Yahweh, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be kings over us.
Right. But what do you say in verse 55?
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
He made the world for our sakes. But we transgress his laws, statutes, commandments. Now, this is what we crying out now in verse 57.
And now, O Yahweh, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be kings over us and to devour us.
Yeah. These heathen, which have been always reputed as nothing. Read that in Isaiah 40:17. Read. No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Verse 58. But we, thy people,
The Most High's people, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, read.
whom thou hast called thy firstborn,
And Exodus 4:22, go ahead.
thy only begotten,
And only begotten, read.
and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands.
Given into our enemies' hands. The heathen's hands. Go ahead.
If the world now be made for our
If
sakes,
the world be now made for our sakes, as we have been reading, read.
why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Why don't we possess an inheritance with the world? We at the bottom of everything. You see what I'm saying? But we still the chosen people of the Most High.
Correct.
And we're rich because we have the word of the Most High, the understanding of what this Bible is talking about. Read.
How long shall this endure?
How long should this endure? We know, you want to try and make a prediction. Let's just clear that up right quick. Go to Acts the first chapter. Go to Acts 1 and read verse 7.
The book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 7.
Right.
And he said unto them,
They done asked when you gonna restore the kingdom to Israel. How long should this be? When it's gonna happen? What do you say?
it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father have put in his own power.
What did it say?
It is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father have put in his own
So
power.
the Most High put this in his own power of when he's gonna bring back the kingdom, restore the kingdom to Israel. You see? Go ahead.
But ye shall receive power.
That's it. See? And we're receiving power right now. Now that the Spirit of the Most High is upon us. You see? Because that's the only way we can bring this forth is we got to give all credit, all exaltation to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that's bringing this to us in these last days. You know? And we going to be together.
Okay.
One way or another, whether you like it or not. Because Most High say he loved Jacob, and those that love Jacob going to make it to the kingdom, period. Let's go back to Matthew 13.
The book of St. Matthew chapter 13 verse 50. and shall cast them into the furnace of fire.
You're going to cast them where?
Into the furnace of
You're
fire.
going to cast them into the furnace of fire, read.
And there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Look, let me show you something. Get Revelation 20. This is a condition. This is what everybody should be working for that's an Israelite. Point blank, no and ifs or buts about it or no in between. Just what he said. Read verse 15.
The book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of
You
life
just say you're going to be cast into the lake of fire, a furnace of fire. Say, whosoever was not found written in the book of life, read.
was cast into the lake of fire.
Yeah, so your name had to be what? Written in the book of life, or you're going to be what?
Cast into the lake of
You're
fire.
going to be cast into the lake of fire. Let's go back to Matthew 13
The book of St. Matthew,
and 50.
chapter 13, verse 50. And shall cast them into the furnace of fire.
You cast them into the furnace of fire. Because your name not written in the book of life. That's when you're going to be cast into the lake of fire. Read.
There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Be wailing and gnashing of teeth. I mean, you're going to feel this. That's why it's important to come back to the Most High. And you're going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth. You're going to feel that fire burning you up. Go ahead.
Hamashiach Yahushua saith unto them, have ye understood all these things?
So he asks you, have you understood all these things, Israel? Read.
They say unto him, yeah, master.
Yeah, we understand. Mashiach Yahushua, go ahead.
Then said he unto them, therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old.
Hear that? He said unto them, as he instructed them into the kingdom of heaven, is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old. You see? Things new, even us. Those that come in on that last hour and those of old that are keeping the laws of the Most High truthfully and sincerely, having the true faith in Mashiach Yahushua and not doubting and not faithless and not unbelieving, you know, new and old. You see? You have new, which is the spirit of the Most High that's still bringing forth more understanding of the word, and you have the old of what you have been given and the spirit of the Most High building upon that. You see? Little by little. And that's what he's saying. The kingdom of heaven is like, man. You know, so with that, we're going to conclude our Sabbath studies and get ready to do more work. Show me myself. Get that from me.